Hello, everybody, and welcome into another season preview show here at the Hockey Writers YouTube channel. I'm your host, Matthew Zator, and as always for the Minnesota Wild, whenever we do videos like this, I got Mariah here. She is credentialed with the team and the only writer for the Wild on our site here. She does a great job. How's it going?
It's going, and I just found out Monday. Last week. God, with Labor Day, I don't know what week it is anymore.
Yeah.
But I got approved for a full season instead of game by game. So
nice.
No more having to ask game by game.
Full season credentials.
As you can see, the pass is just sitting back behind me, all hung up on the wall. So
nice. Well, that's great. It's always great to get the full season credential, and happy to have you on our season preview video as always. And I mean, the Wild there didn't really make a lot of changes in the offseason. They did add, I'd say, one big name up front. We'll start there, and we'll talk about the forwards. And it's not the one that I know you wanted, and he re-signed with the Vancouver Canucks. So Brock Besser staying in Vancouver. They went with Vladimir Tarasenko, and this is before free agency, and everyone's like, oh, I guess Besser's not going to the Wild. But Tarasenko's there, and Nico Sturm returns as well. What do you think about these two new guys on the team?
I will say I messaged you first when I found out about Tarasenko. I was like, nothing against Tarasenko. I'll get to that in a second, but Besser was my hope. I was so excited. I'm like, the Wild are going to go for him. It sounds like they're going to go for him. And then everyone's like, he wants more than they can do. And I'm like, I held out hope until they signed Tarasenko. And then I'm like, great. Besser's gone. And then I was like, well, maybe it's Guerin. Maybe he'll still work something in there. And then he re-signed. And I'm like, okay, my hopes are And I'm kind of with everybody else in the Wild camp here. Tarasenko, how do I say this nicely? We would have all preferred him 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Still capable, still a good player, nothing against him. It's just we need younger. And the Wild are kind of, I wouldn't say they're old, I wouldn't say they're young, they're kind of medium. They've got some really good young talent. They've got some decent older talent. But when they were boasting about, oh, we're going to sign this hot shot forward, unnamed, don't know who yet. We're so excited. We've been waiting for, probably going to get this math wrong, 4 years since they bought out Parisi and Suter. Mm-hmm. And we signed Tarasenko. I haven't looked at his stats recently, I'll be honest, because I was just like, okay, they signed him. I'm okay with it. Like, again, I was a huge fan of his when he was younger. I was like, oh my gosh, dude's fast. But Kaprizov seemed pretty excited about it. So, I mean, how can you not when he's excited about it? So yeah. I'll give him a shot. I will give him a shot. I'm hoping it works out. Nico Sturm, that one I was okay with because I was upset when he left.
Yeah. And
I'm pretty sure he went on to win a cup when he left. So I think he went to the Avalanche, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then he moved on from there. Did he come from San Jose? Is that
He's been in a few places. He's been all over the place in the last few seasons.
I feel bad because I really liked him when he was with us, and then he left, and it's like, oh, okay, he's gone now.
Yeah, it was the Avalanche won a cup, Sharks, and then Panthers won a cup.
I forgot about the Panthers that he was there. So
he's got 2 cups.
I'm okay with it, and even if I think he got to both teams, the cup teams, as a trade deadline acquisition.
Yeah, both were trades, yeah.
I mean, maybe we should have waited, not for our season, but trade deadline and gone for him. But I'm okay with it. I liked him. He's got size, he's got speed. He's not first line, but he's a good, probably third, fourth line guy that you need. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, both those guys, Tarasenko, I do agree. I think he's kind of lost that step where it was like elite winger type guy that, he's with the Blues, and he was okay in Detroit when he was there last season, and he didn't really hit they weren't for their expectations either. So it's like, And the Rangers, he was okay there too at the trade deadline.
I forgot he went there.
But yeah, I mean, he can still score. It's just, I do agree. I don't think he's at the level of where you think that he's going to make a big difference. Although you never know. I mean, if he gains chemistry with Kaprizov, I mean, that's a pretty good. It's pretty good.
I mean, look what it did for Zuki. So I can't.
Yeah.
I can't until I see it.
Yeah, he might score 25, 30 goals. I don't know. You never know. He's got the talent. It's just he's up there in age and kind of slowed down from what he was before, but still a really effective player. I think he could make a difference. So we'll see what happens with him. All right, let's move to the defense. And this got really no changes. Jack Johnson is on a PTO. He might be an addition later on here. But as of signings, not really any needle movers. So they're returning the defense core that was from last season, hopefully a lot healthier. Of course, Brock Faber still leads the way. He's relatively healthy all the time. What do you think about the defense going in?
They skill-wise, great. Health-wise, they scare the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
Because that's when you had storylines. I was like, literally the Wild storyline was injuries all of last season. It was brutal. And if anybody saw my predictions thing, my first bold prediction was that please be healthier than last year. They had, I mean, apart from Spurgeon went down at one point. Brodin was out. Middleton was out because he broke his finger. Faber did miss game or two. Because I don't know if he missed any time. Yeah, he did. I think when he took the puck to the throat. Yeah, missed some. Understandably, he missed some time from that. And he played with broken ribs the season before or 2 seasons ago. They're skill-wise, they're fine. I have no doubt in that. It's just if their main guys can stay healthy. Spurgeon is the biggest one that scares me because he's obviously, again, the age factor. He is older. And he's small. He's made it a credible career with how small he is for a defenseman in the NHL. But that comes with a price.
Yeah.
And last season wasn't really his fault. He did get slew-footed at one point, so you can't really prevent that. The other one is Brodin, who will miss. They aren't really saying for sure. He's going to miss the start of the season. They don't know how long. That's the main reason they brought Jack Johnson on, was to hopefully fill that role if Buyum and Juracek aren't quite ready for that or rotate them in. So, yeah, Brodin's the other one that's just kind of a great, phenomenal, outstanding defenseman. Cannot stay healthy.
Yeah. That defense core, I mean, what was at one point? It was Brock Faber and then a bunch of guys, it seemed.
I mean, if you looked at the power play, the penalty kill, anywhere you looked, top defensive pairing, it was usually Faber. Thankfully, they backed off a little bit because the dude's only like 23. That is a lot of responsibility and a lot of wear on the body.
Yeah. I mean, he played 78 games, like you said, missed a few. He played a full 82 last season. I mean, drop off a little in points. I mean, he didn't have as much assists. He had career 10 goals this season. But I mean, his point totals dropped from 47 to 29. I don't know if that's like concerning.
No,
but
I did actually put that in my milestones article from yesterday or today. I think part of it was he took more shots. He didn't pass as much, and he wasn't. I noticed part of it was his power play points dropped too.
Yeah.
Because they didn't put him on there as much. Understandably so. They gave him kind of, I think that between the two, it's like, yeah, you want him on both, but I think I'd rather have him on the penalty kill. Completely honest. I mean, the one thing that makes it hard is he shoots the puck. He honestly just shoots the puck, which some of them have a trouble with. So he'll be fine. And it's what they call it, the sophomore slump.
Yeah.
So,
is that? I mean, it's not that bad.
Slump, like, I mean, I was hoping his stats, but he's a defenseman. his blocked shots, I think, were even more than he had the year before. Like, he was first or second on the team. So, I mean, I can't fault that because that's where his priorities are.
Yeah.
So, scoring points is a bonus, and he will score because, again, he likes to shoot the puck and he shoots from the blue line. He doesn't try to carry it in and get knocked down. So, I'll take him every day.
Well, if Spurgeon can stay healthy this season, that takes a load off that. And of course, he's more of an offensive guy. So, but yeah, that's something that hasn't happened lately. So hopefully he can stay healthy this season too. But yeah, definitely burning question is that health? They got to stay healthy for sure.
And I don't even know how. Like,
it is hard, and it's the same thing with the Canucks. I mentioned, I don't know how many times I mentioned during the season preview for the Canucks, how much stay healthy. They have to stay healthy, and
like, I mean, none of them were doing dumb things. None of them were like fights or anything. Like I could understand getting a little irritated. Like, back in the days of Dumbo when he fought Kachuk and I think he tore an ab muscle or something. And it's like, okay, that I could like. Fighting things happen, but none of these guys are being dumb. They're literally just injuries that happen.
Yeah, I mean, just playing the game, and that's unfortunately.
I mean, Middleton broke his finger blocking a shot.
Yeah,
Zuccarello accidentally blocked a shot.
So I mean, it's freak stuff, and some seasons it happens more often than others. So we'll hopefully be on the other side this season. All right, goaltending. This one does not have Marc-Andre Fleury in it anymore. He is retired, and will stay retired, even though there's been talk about him not. But he's going to stay retired, I'm assuming. So it's Philip Gustafsson, and they brought in Cal Peterson as well to kind of, but Jesper Wallstedt, I would think, is now the backup. So what do you think about this, especially the backup position?
So you can't see it, I have a whole paragraph on my phone about this. I went hiking the other day and I was preparing on the 2-hour car ride for this show. So literally I got to goaltending and was like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Fleury, yes, is staying retired. I heard it myself in his exit interview. Many people asked and hinted, and he goes, no, I am done. They even joked he should be the emergency backup goaltender. And he's just like, no, I am done. I think he thought about it for a split second, and then they did some rule changes and stuff where, from my understanding, the emergency goaltender travels now.
They have to have an actual one all the time now.
Yeah, so, and that's basically being another backup goaltender, which he doesn't want to do. He wants to stay home. He's earned the right to stay home. Let him be. He'll still be around the team, and that's where I'm kind of going into that. But back to Gustafsson and Wallstedt. Wallsted's going to be the backup. They seem to have no doubt in him. And everybody's been calling him kind of, is he a bust? He hasn't come up yet, all of this stuff. Well, why would you bring the guy up when you had Fleury and Gustafsson? Like, get him a few games to just kind of feel it out. But at the same time, it's almost not fair because you're just sending him right back down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's different for a forward and a defense because you can kind of transition the game. I feel like goaltender's so hard to really get adjusted with just a game or two. Like, the game is so fast and physical, and there's... Mm-hmm. I didn't play goaltender. I played forward, so I can imagine being in goalie. But he's young. He's another season 23.
23, yeah.
You can't call the kid a bust when he hasn't played more than 6 combined NHL games in his career, if that.
Yeah.
You got to give him at least a season or two to really. He's got talent. He did well. He's done well before. He's confident. I think last year they kind of said it was the mental aspect and injuries. He battled an injury too. If I'm getting the seasons right, I feel like he's been over here a lot longer than he has. And I just get confused with the different leagues. And I know he was in Iowa last year, but he's just needs time. He needs to play. And he's got Gus. And he'll have Fleury around the locker room to learn. Fleury's going to be around. Not coaching, not just kind of a mentorship, being around. And what better tandem could you have? I mean, a lot of these goalies come in and it's competition. They want that first slot. he's going to have Gus, who went through similar things to learn from. Like Gus struggled when his second season. He came in a really interesting way when Talbot left. So
yeah,
if anything, Gus he can learn from, Fleury he can learn from. He's just got to play. He's got to get used to the team in front of him. They have to trust him. I don't know about when he was so, what's the word I'm looking for? When he was so hyped up to begin with, people might have to tame their expectations a little bit. Give him a little bit of time. He's not going to come out and post a shutout in his first game. And if he does, I will be shocked and eat my words, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, again, see how Gustafsson does. I think they're going to be okay. And if they have to, they rotate in a third guy. I mean, they've got Gus. Gus is their number one. They trust him. He clearly showed what he can do last year. He came in mentally prepared, physically prepared. He was a beast. So I think I have confidence in Gus and Wallstead. Wallstead's just, again, I'm going to say it multiple times. He just needs time.
Yeah. No, I agree. And the thing is like he only played 27 games last season. You were right with with Iowa. So definitely battled something. I mean, his AHL numbers aren't the best. He's now kind of Sebastian Cossa, the guy who was drafted ahead of him, even though everyone was like, no, why didn't Wallstead? Everyone should be taking Wallstead. Kossa's kind of usurped him and the AHL with his numbers, and he's looking a little better. But I do agree. I think Wallstead's just gotta get his time. He's only had 5 games.
And
so
goaltenders peak older. They're not like Kaprizov and Kaprizov didn't come over till he was older, but they're not like forwards in defense. They don't peak at or start. I don't know. Peak's not the right word. Like they don't start showing their skills at like 23 years old. They don't
mature then. Yeah.
Most of them don't do that. Most of them look at Gus. He's 27, 28. I might be a little older on that, but he's later 20s. Like, give the guy a break. And people were thinking Gustafsson was a bust when he was in Ottawa.
Yeah.
When they traded for him, they're like, oh, great, who's this? And I probably said the same thing. And was like, well, great, we're getting some guy who doesn't know what he's doing. And look what he turned into. So with goaltenders, it's just, you never know until you actually see him play.
Yeah. And Wallstead, like you say, he just hasn't played enough. He just hasn't.
There's a reason.
I mean, 22. He's still 22. He turns 23 in November. So it's like, and I mean, he's still on my top. Yeah, he's still on my top 10 goaltending prospect list. So still there.
Like most 22-year-olds aren't on a professional team. Like
no, he'll be fine. I say he's going to get a lot more time in the NHL this season. And like Peterson's, I think he's there as more that, like you say, the third guy. You know, you always need 3. You can't just have 2 guys. So.
If Wallstead has a rough time, they throw Peterson in if Gus needs a break and give Wallstead a little competition boost. The guy seems to thrive off competition. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do in his first. I keep saying every season, I'm like, he's going to be the backup this season. But then Fleury resigns, and it's like, oh, I guess not. This season, he is. So, well, it's going to be to see what he's going to do.
Well, I'm pretty sure last year when they were asking Guerin about it, he's like, guys, why would we bring – it's just not fair to him to bring him up when he's got Fleury and Gustafsson both. Like, he's not going to play here. Like, at that time, he wasn't going to play. Yeah, they brought him up during the preseason to get him some nice time. That's good. Get a feel for what it's like. But he's like, why would we keep him? It's just kind of torment at that point.
Yeah. And goaltending, like we know, goaltenders, they're on a different development timeline. I mean, they're than forwards in defense. It is. That's just how it is. There's some goalies that don't. You see guys start hitting way later, and you're like, where was this guy like 5 years ago? Well, that he's ready now.
And it's so much mental. They all have to deal so much mentally, and that is.
Well, look at Bobrovsky, right? I mean, how many Philadelphia gave him up? You got, it's, and then Columbus too. So it's like, now he's in Florida, and he's one of the best goaltenders in the league, has 2 cups. So, yeah, it's you never know with goaltenders. You just got to wait and be patient.
Look at Fleury's first-year numbers.
Yeah.
Like, give the guy a break.
So we'll see how he does this season. This guy to watch for sure. All right, let's look at the Central Division. This is one of the toughest. I guess top heavy. I don't know if it's the toughest division overall, but there's a lot of really good teams in this division. And the Wild are in there if they're healthy. And you see how they started last season when they were healthy. They were one of the best teams in the league. Unfortunately, fell off and did make the playoffs, but right in the last week, I think. It was the last few days before they clinched.
They made it by like a point.
So that was close. Where do they stack up here? I mean, where are they right now?
Right in the middle, as they always are.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Dallas and Winnipeg. Regardless of how good those teams are amongst the NHL, they have it out for the Wild every year. The Wild, you would not believe how excited everybody was when the Wild beat Dallas. I think we beat them once this year. Once. And the roof was about to cave in. It was so exciting. And Winnipeg. It's kind of the, I don't know if border battle is the right term, but in a way it is, at least here, because they're right on the north side, like right over the border. So, and they're really the only team besides Chicago that's the closest to us proximity-wise. So, those two teams, the rest of it, you can't forget about Colorado. Everybody takes Colorado for granted. I heard people this offseason like, oh, Colorado's this, Colorado's that. I'm like, please. Colorado can bomb the first half of the season and still make it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They are literally, I will compare them to a college team, my college team, University of North Dakota. At least back a few years ago, the last couple of years hasn't been so great, but you would think there's no way in heck they'd make the playoffs, and they still make it in. Like, it's how they're built.
Yeah.
Utah, I don't know quite enough about yet, and I almost honestly forgot they were even in our division. I'm counting the teams, and I'm like, wait, I'm missing somebody. And I was like, oh, Utah, duh.
Yeah.
And I think Utah is going to be competitive. I just don't know how much. Like, I think they'll battle the Wild pretty well. Nashville, St. Louis, and Chicago, well, I still feel for Chicago because they have had a rough year. They have had it rough. I feel all of our Chicago writers, Gail, Brooke, I know those two the best. I know there are other people who I am forgetting, and I am sorry. But I feel bad for you guys. I hope it's not, people are going to hate me for this. I hope they do a little bit better. Obviously not better than the Wild, but that team has been through it with struggles.
Yeah.
And St. Louis is usually always pretty close to us. They've always been a pretty similar team. Mm-hmm. Again, Wild fans are going to hate that. We're not like St. Louis. But depth-wise, things like that, they play similar, and I hate it. But it makes for fun hockey. Yeah. Nashville's the one I just don't know. Nashville, I'm going to say, I don't know what to say about them. Some years they're really good, and some years they struggle, and I don't know what this year is going to bring.
Yeah, the Predators are especially with all the names they added last offseason. Thought they were going to be pretty good, and then
I thought they were going to stomp everybody. Literally, I'm like, oh boy, here comes Nashville, and
nope. I mean the Avalanche. You have mentioned that. It's like, talk about injuries. I'd say they were the most injured team ever. Like, to me, like, this kept having guys go out with long-term injuries. It's like.
How can you be a hockey fan and not be a fan of Landeskog coming back?
Yeah.
I stopped everything to watch him come back. I was so excited for him because, my goodness, that poor guy. I liked him before he got hurt. I've always been a fan of his, but I kind of forgot he was even around. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, he's coming back. I'm like, really? What? Since when? And then he's on the ice, and it's like, how can you not feel for the guy? That was amazing.
Yeah. And he looks pretty good too, right? So that's another big thing that I think a lot of people are really looking at with the Avalanche. If he can return to even half what he was, that's a huge addition to that team. So,
and the leadership.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something that's, I think, being overlooked a bit. We'll obviously probably talk about in the Avalanche preview, but yeah, it is going to be interesting to see how this division again. I mean, it's like the Metro I mean, not as top heavy, but it's so many questions with the teams in it. It's like, you don't know what type of team you're going to get with some of these. So the Wild are going to be interesting to see where they kind of fit. I think they do fit in that middle still. They're not going to be with that big three, like always those three that take the division. And then you've got the others kind of fighting for that wild card spots. Unless one can maybe usurp the Stars, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how the Stars will be this season, but
if they stay healthy, they could fight for at least 2 or 3. I don't know about one, because we did lead for a while. They did.
Yeah, well, the way they started, right?
But that, yeah, I'll tell you, everyone in the press box, every time they won, we're all looking at each other like, this is really happening. Like, this is, but everybody was waiting for the shoe to drop, and unfortunately, both of them did.
Yeah. An injury. That's what happened. It was injuries.
that was a very big shoe.
Yeah, 100%. So I mean, yeah, we'll see how it all goes. All right, let's get to our quick fire round here, and these are all quick questions, and we'll start with the biggest storyline heading into this season, question mark. Now, you probably already mentioned it, and we've mentioned it many times. Probably what it is. What do you got?
I have 2, and neither one of them are injuries. So
there we go.
I have picking up Tarasenko. I think a lot of eyes are going to be on him because he's the big name we picked up. So what's he going to do? And I don't want to say it, but if Kaprizov doesn't re-sign before the season starts, everyone is going to be breathing down their necks. When's he going to sign? When's he going to sign? And panic is going to ensue. Yeah. And I'll be honest, at this point, I'm confident they're going to re-sign him. I still believe in the front. They have been saying they haven't wavered at all that they're going to sign him. They were just waiting for him to get back here, all of this stuff. And if everybody remembers 5 years ago when he signed, I think it was 5, when he signed his first contract, his first big one.
Yeah.
I think he waited till the day before training camp to sign. I know it was very close.
Yeah.
So I will get a little concerned if he doesn't. And then as the season goes on, the concern will grow.
Yeah.
If he doesn't.
Yeah, he's one of those big names that everyone's been talking about. Kaprizov, McDavid, Eichel. Eichel, not as much, which, I mean, it's Vegas, so, I mean, maybe that's why. But I don't know, less media coverage, I guess. But, yeah, those are the names that are kind of been floating. It's like, you just get it done.
I think the 297s are trying to wait each other out.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that from myself. That was more listening to podcasts like Russo, and them guys are kind of like, they think they might be like, well, how much did you sign for? Can I get like the whole bat? It's like, just both of you sign on the same day. Why not that? Just sign on the same day. Just be done.
We know you're going back to the team.
Just be done. Rossi signed. Come on now.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Breakout stars. Who do you see breaking out this season?
Everybody's going to be like, what are you talking about? But I'm going to say Wallstead. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. The other one, I have 2. The other one is if he makes the roster, because there's a little bit of competition there, I'm going with Steve Bouillon because the man, he is. Oh, I was so excited. Matt, I'm sure you still remember draft day when I texted you. I was like, they picked up Bouillon. I think he is going to be a Faber 2.0 eventually. I don't know if he'll surpass Faber, but they are going to be a force when they start to get a little older.
Yeah, that was a heck of a draft pick. I think he's going to end up being top pairing at some point. So, yeah, definitely a guy that to watch this season and maybe be a big part of that defense. And who knows?
If someone gets injured.
Which, well, I mean, It can happen. It will. It might happen. I don't know. I don't want to say will because I hopefully not. But
there's always going to be an injury of some kind.
Yeah.
You just don't know what.
For sure. Yeah. So I do agree. I think he definitely would fall into that category if he does make the team and close to full-time capacity too. So we'll see. All right, guys that need to bounce back. One player that needs to bounce back this season. Who do you have?
I didn't have any names. I was just gonna say all the ones that were injured.
Anyone's stay healthy, and then you'll bounce back.
I mean, I could list practically the whole team. They all need to. Oh, I did have one person, but now I can't remember who it was. It was one of the injured guys. It might have been Foligno, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, anyone that didn't play a full season, their number's going to be down. So,
I mean, realistically, Kaprizov's like the only one that doesn't need to be on that list because even when he came back, he still was number 2 on the team for how much he missed.
Well, again, he was one of those guys at the end of the season. He was over a point a game. It was like, oh, he's going to break records and all that.
He was on the Hart Trophy pace the first time he mentioned, and I was like, oh, please let it happen for him. No.
Right. Even when he came back, he was still putting up tons of points. Yes. So, yeah, that guy doesn't need to bounce back. So,
no,
just stay healthy. There.
Let the surgery hold up.
Yeah. All right. Potential X factors this season. It can be a player. It can be a situation. What do you have for that?
I have a player, and it's going to go against William, but I'm going to say Jack Johnson.
Could be. Yeah.
They made it sound like he has a very strong chance to make the team, and obviously because Brodeen's hurt.
Yeah.
But he could, I don't know. He still wants to keep playing, so he could show more than people think he has.
Yeah. It seems like he's been in the league forever, and he is an older player, but he has been in the league forever.
Well, and I get him and I always forget there were 2 of them playing at the same time, like Eric Johnson too.
Yeah.
So I would get those 2 confused, but on a side tangent, there is a funny video of Jack Johnson when he played with the LA Kings. If anybody wants to go on YouTube it, just say Jack Johnson, like penalty box, Minnesota Wild. He got called for a penalty when they were playing at the XL. And there's this little boy, probably 3 or 4 years old, standing at the glass. And Johnson looks over, he's got a water ball, and he kind of waves to him, and the kid just stink eyes him. Literally just will not break. He's just like, this whole time, and I'm just like, oh my god! That when they said they got him to a PTO, I looked that video up again because oh my god, it is hilarious.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So now he'll hopefully have that little kid much older cheering him on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's Eric Johnson, Jack Johnson played on the Avalanche together too, which is kind of a.
I forgot about that too. Oh, because I'm pretty sure Eric Johnson was a Gopher way back in the day too.
That sounds right. Yeah. So yeah, he'll be an interesting one to watch training camp too.
Too many Johnsons.
All right, let's shift to prospects. You mentioned Zeev Buium. He's not. I mean, he is a prospect still because he's not an NHLer yet. Who do you see as maybe a surprise to make the team, if any? I mean, I don't know how many spots there are for these guys, but who do you see as maybe surprising that could make it?
There's not a lot, and I agonized over this question. I have Buium listed because he might not make it. It's tough. They've got a lot of defense. Bogajan's still around. Merrill, I believe, is gone, or he didn't resign.
Yeah.
The other one I have is Yurov.
Yeah.
Because they have been saying there was a lot of talk that when they brought him over, I'm going to get it backwards. He's a wing, and they want him to try center, I believe. I might have that backwards. I might have it he might be the other way around. I cannot remember. But they've been talking about him forever, so it'd be, again, the guys that usually come over to play in Iowa or whatever right away don't make the team. So
yeah. Yeah, you're right. He's a winger. So you said that, right?
Yeah.
Winger wants to switch to center. He's played both. So
yeah. They want to try him at center because they're hurting in the center. Nothing against the current centers we have, but they need a little boost in the center position, as they have for many years.
Yeah. Marco Rossi, of course, was a storyline all throughout offseason. He did resign.
Yeah.
He kind of, I don't know if he wanted out, but it's kind of like iffy. Right. So that's definitely a storyline kind of looking throughout the season too, to see.
He did shop around, and I don't blame him. I mean, if you don't get the offer you want, you have that right. Guerin flat out said it. That's the nice thing about Guerin. He was a player. He knows what it's like. He gets where they're coming from, but he also holds firm to what he needs for his team. So
yeah. And I mean, he wouldn't give up. Like, all the offers were for picks and futures, which that's not what he wants, because now you lose your center.
Like, I'm not giving up Rossi for anything less than a equal player or better.
And that's why the Canucks weren't. That's why the Canucks weren't going to get him, because who are they going to give up? They want a second line center. How are they going to give up? Oh, Besser, yeah. I don't think they do that, right? But yeah, it's something.
Wild don't want that contract.
Yeah. It's not a bad contract, 7.25. He wouldn't have signed that with any other team. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to get 9 in other places. All right, let's look at other prospects. The Wild have some good ones. I mean, like you say, they're, again, one of those teams that they make the playoffs. They're always in the playoff picture, yet they have a really good prospect pool. So, interesting. Who else everyone should be watching?
Hunter Haight, Riley Height, Jack Parrott. I know a lot of people don't really they've heard the first two, I'm sure. Haight for sure, because they've been talking about him forever. Ryder Ritchie, I forgot about. I saw him at World Juniors and Summer Showcase World Juniors. Yeah. That's not the tournament yet, but he's fun to watch.
Yeah,
and man, Canada is fun to watch too.
Yeah,
but Parrott is one of those guys I feel like not many people know about him. I followed him a little bit because the college he went to, St. Cloud, is literally about 20 minutes north of my house. So I took special note to watch for him because I like St. Cloud State. So, but they have a lot of guys. I'm sure there's a few I've forgotten to mention, but yeah, it's amazing how good their prospect pool is, yet they can't make it past the first round. And that's right. I feel bad saying it, but at the same time,
they'll do it one day.
And they have twice many years ago.
It's just been a while. Pierre is an interesting. I like him. I wrote his prospect profile way back when in 2021. I like him as a defenseman. He could be an interesting guy.
He's a littler guy too, I think.
Yeah. Well, why do you think I wrote his prospect profile? I only write undersized.
Did you write Virgins way back when?
I wasn't here when back then, but I probably would have wrote his prospect profile. He's definitely one. He definitely falls into that category of really good undersized players that have been able to do it. So,
and I forgot we didn't even draft him originally. He came from the Islanders.
Yeah, the guy that. Yeah, you'd think he's still wild forever.
System, and he just ended up over here.
Yeah. That's lots of good prospects to watch for sure. We'll see how they all do this season. All right, this one is probably easy because some teams are easier than others, but who is leading the team in scoring and forwards and defense? It might be easy for both, actually.
If he stays healthy, Kaprizov.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
If he doesn't, Goldie.
Yeah. They're still easy.
Defense, Faber.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean.
There you go. See, I say some teams really quick. You don't even have to think. It just goes, done. That's a perfect quick fire question. All right, last one. Bold prediction for this season, or a hot take, whatever way you want to go.
Oh, I should say just read the article I did because I got a lot of fan ones in there too. But nice. I'm going to take the third one I put as my own, and that is Johansson gets 30 goals. I feel like that is very bold and very risky, but I'm okay with it.
That'd be huge. I don't think he's done that in his career.
Nope. I
He's
think
been 20 goal scorer, but
yeah, he's gotten like
yeah.
24, I think.
Yeah, so that would be a big thing. And he's an older player too, so maybe not. So definitely definition of bold. So there you go. All right. Well, we'll see how the Wild do this season. They've got some. I mean, they're going to be a good team, especially if Kaprizov's healthy all season. Any team with him on the is going to be good and have a chance at the playoffs. And they're going to be right there. So we'll see how everything goes. But thanks, Mariah, for coming on as always, talking the Wild. Whenever we do videos, it doesn't matter what time of year. But make sure to check out everything at thehawkers.com. She's going to be wall-to-wall coverage because she has a full season credential. So tons of content coming up. Training camp, preseason, regular season, hopefully playoffs deeper than the first round. But everything in between as well. So make sure to check out everything at thehawkers.com. We got our Substack, newsletters, and on the YouTube channel, all the other videos out there. But, season's coming up quick. But until our next preview, we will see you next time.